to retouch this picture, I want to first of all color grade it on Capture One. Now, if you guys check the description below, you see a link in order to download this picture. All right, so try and download it and practice along with me. Okay, so on Capture One, I am going to open up the color grading. So the first thing to do, I'll just open up this exposure and okay, I think I don't have a lot to do here. Let me go to high dynamic range. I'll increase the shadow a bit, not too much. I'll drop the highlights. All right, now that's good. So the next thing I want to do is to like color grade only the skin. Now if you look at this place, you will see that there are subject, background, and people. If you don't have it on your Capture One, that's fine. Just do your grading and export it to Photoshop. But I just want to do like body and face, so I'll click on create marks. All right, so it's going to create another layer for me for adjusting the skin. And what next I'll do is I'll pop the shadows. That's too much, and I'll reduce the highlights on the skin. Okay, then the brightness, general brightness on the skin, let me drop it a little. All right, so let us see the before and the after, before and after. Okay, so that I will not lose most of the skin detail, I'll come to the first layer and I'm going to like reduce the exposure. Okay, and I'll go to the skin marks also. I'll come to this color editor right here. You guys as the color editor, and I'll go to skin tone. I'll pick this particular tool and I'll select on one part of the skin that I like. All right, so I'll increase the saturation. That's too much. Then I'll increase uniformity. All right, so here is the before and here is the after, before and after. Okay, now I think the picture is too exposed. Let me go to the first layer and drop the exposure a little. All right, then when I'm good with what I've done here, I'm going to go straight to Photoshop and edit the skin. Now to do that, I'll go to adjustments, image, edit with Photoshop 2025, depending on any Photoshop you are using. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'll pick 8-bit. Normally I do 16, but because I want my job to be fast, so that I don't bore you guys, I'm just going to do 8-bit Photoshop. You can copy all these settings and then click edit variants. Okay, you will hold on and it's going to load the picture out on Photoshop. All right, now that's it. So the first thing to do when I'm on Photoshop is crop. And to crop, I'll come to this tool right here or press C and I'll crop it to like Instagram size. Okay, I'll drag it up and I'll hit. No need to put content away because I'm not feeling any part of it, and that's it, has been cropped. So the next thing I'll do is duplicate this layer, then I'll go and remove the blemish. To do that, I'll pick my spots healing tool, I'll zoom it in. All right, and I'll remove the blemish. Now while removing the blemish, I don't want to mess up with the water that is on our skin. All right, spot healing tool. Now let me reduce the size and I'm just going to like sample and remove the blemish. I'm not going to do too much. Now if you don't have Capture One, you can color grading I did on Capture One, you can always do it on Camera Raw. Okay, you can always just use Camera Raw. It's not that much of a big deal. You can pretty much achieve what I achieved there or something very, very similar. Okay, I think I am done with the blemish. Then the next thing I want to do is go to frequency separation, and then you can literally like use any frequency separation, but I'm going to using RA. All right, I will use RA for my frequency separation. Now go to media. I'll use media. I'll use radius of like, let's say 3. I'll hit OK. All right, so before I start working on the skin, let me just purge my Photoshop. Now I'll open this frequency separation. When you open frequency separation, all frequency separation action, they look very similar. The two most important thing is high frequency and low frequency. All right, it will always be in every frequency separation action. And if you create frequency separation manually yourself. You will have high frequency and low frequency, because frequency separation is all about separating the texture from the color. Is that okay? So I'll go to my correcting tone. It's just an empty layer, then I'll zoom in, I'll pick my brush. Flow should be 3, opacity 100. So what I want to do is anywhere that is dark, I will just sample here. Anywhere brighter, and I'll paint on the dark spots. Like this place is a bit dark. Okay, you don't have to do too much. Just want to pop out the dark spots to just be bright. And you can also achieve this using dodging and burning, but I'm not using dodging and burning for this. I just want us to use quick techniques, because the whole idea is do it well and do it fast. You don't want to spend forever doing that. Okay, now let me just fix this eye bag gently. All right, as you can see, it's too much. As a matter of fact, even the high bag is just too much. Okay, so here is the before and here is the after. All right, so I'm just going to reduce the opacity here. Here's the before and here's the after. Before and after. Let me reduce it further. 70. I think 70 is okay. Before, after. Then I'm going to create another empty layer. I have correct tones here. Empty layer, and on this empty layer I will pick mixer brush. I will hit enter. All right, so I want to mix on this brush. Okay, so to do that I will off the high frequency and I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so I'll pick my mixer brush. You can leave copy your the settings I have here. Wet 60, load 75, mix 90, flow 100, zoom it in. This flow is very sensitive. You can use 50, but someone like me that retouch every day, I need something very fast, so I use 100. All right, so follow me, guys. I'm just going to mix the skin, and while you are mixing the skin, you have to be very careful. Make sure this sample layer is checked. Okay, you don't want to be too fast, you don't want to mess it up, you don't want to brush highlight into shadow. Okay, yeah. Okay guys, as you can see, I have mixed the skin. All right, and it's looking weird, isn't it? Let me turn on the high frequency. Now as you can see, it's looking too much. All right, so I'll reduce the opacity. Let me reduce it to 60. Okay, here is the before and here is the after. Okay, before and after of the frequency separation, before and after. Okay, now let me zoom it in. I can see some part of our nose here. Now what you notice is that I still want to retain the water on our skin, because of course she's by the poolside, so we don't want to remove that. Okay, all right, let me close this frequency separation. The next thing I want to do is to pop the lips. Sorry, I think the eye I'm okay with it. I just want to remove the bluish on the eye. So to do that, I'll go to hue saturation. All right, and I'll go to blue and I'll desaturate. I'll go to cyan and I'll desaturate, and this cyan I will increase the lightness. The blue also I will increase the lightness. All right, then let me do brightness. All right, and I'll brighten it. Okay, so I'm going to add the two layers. I just made layer together. I will just press Ctrl Command G to group it. Then I will hold my Alt key or option, and I'm going to click on this layer mask icon. All right, so after doing that, I will zoom in. What I just want to do is remove the blues from the eye and make the eye a bit brighter. So I will opacity 100, flow 100. I will paint on the eye. Okay, as you can see, that is too much, but not to worry, we'll reduce the opacity. Okay, here's the before and here's the after. Can you see it's not so blue like before because it was looking too blue? So now guys, let us do the lip, and to do that I'll open my hue saturation. Also I'll go to red and I'll pop it, and I'll increase the lightness a little. All right, and I'll invert it, Control Command I, and I'll paint it on the lips. Now everything I'm doing here, I'm trying to do it manually so that everyone can follow. Even if you don't have any plugin or action, this is just going to work. Okay, all right. So the next thing I want to do is, as you can see, there are so much flaws on the face, but I'm purposely going to leave it because it's actually like she's by the poolside, and of course it's not going to be like removing all the water splash it on her body. We're not going to do that. Okay, I still want to like retain those details. Let us see overall before and the after. Okay, then the next thing is color grade the skin, and to do that I'll go to my gradient map. All right, and I will go to neutrals. If you go scroll down to neutrals, if you don't see all of these, just go to neutrals and pick any of the color. But I have some of these color tones I have created, and they are all that there is no big deal, they are easy. All you have to do is click on neutral, click this any of this, preferably this yellow, and you can just set it the way I'm going to choose this one. So let me click on this. All right, this is too yellowish. This now is looking weird, but don't worry, it will be perfect now. I'll go to the blending mode here, and I'll change it to soft light. Then I'll go to opacity, and I'll reduce to 50. Right, then I'll invert the I will invert by pressing Ctrl Command I. Okay, so the next thing is I want to paint this on the skin, and to do that I want to select subject first. I'll come to this, any of this layer here, not the adjustment layer, and I'll go to select and subject. Then when the subject is selected, and I will zoom in and just paint on the skin. All right, only on the skin. Let me undo that. So I have to be on this gradient map, on this layer gradient map, then I'll paint on the skin. Okay guys, I've painted only on the skin, so let me remove the selection. Here is the before and here is the after. Okay, now as you can see, it's looking a bit too much, so let me reduce the opacity to like 40 kind of. Here's the before and here's the after. He's looking really great. I think I love this a lot. Okay, so like I said, I do want to do, you might see some blemishes and details on the face. I don't want to remove it because going further will just make her look different, and I don't want that. Okay, so after this you can add your color grading further, but I think I don't want to do much. What I will just do is add a bit of cyan to the picture, and then to do that I'll go to levels. Let's see how contrast will go. Okay, this is not bad. Let me go to reds. I can drop that red by increasing this but now how these levels work is this place is shadow and this place is highlight. So if I'm on red and I push this place, I'm trying to like reduce the red on the picture. As you can see, it will desaturate all the red, and that's too much. I don't want that. So just a little. All right, just that little. Okay, there's the before and here's the after. All right, so I think let us see the overall before and the after. So let us reduce the reddish on the shadows. I mean, I'm trying to do it with levels here, but I don't know, I think it's not really okay. Then I will go to hue saturation. Now I'm going to select this here and pick part of our skin. As you can see, it indicates it as red, so we can desaturate it a little. Okay, and you can increase the lightness. No, that's too much. Just a little. All right, so let me go to selective color again, and then I'll go to blacks. I will add a bit of let me add a bit of cyan to black. I'll just if you increase it more, you see a lot of cyan, but not, I just want two is fine. Okay, then as for the whites, I will add blues by removing yellows from it. Okay, then I'm going to add little vibrance to make the picture generally have colors. And that is it, guys. I am done with all my color grading. Let me group everything. Here's the before and here's the after. Now, even if you see before of the picture, as you can see, it's really popping, but I feel the red is too much. Okay, that's why I added this color grading. All right, so let us see the overall before and the after. Before and the after. All right, so guys, that is how you retouch beautiful light skin portrait like this. Thank you so much for catching me on this video. If you are new to this channel, remember to like and subscribe. There are lots great videos, content that are coming out. So if this video is actually valuable to you, I need you to comment, let other people see if it's actually going to worth their time. All right, because I crafted out the video to make sure it is well detailed, and everybody that watch this understand every bit of it, every step of the way. So thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video. My name is Kunle Capture. Bye.